WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Viewpoint on 96.3. I cannot believe we're talking Christmas. It is crazy. You know, we got Halloween tomorrow, and Thanksgiving Day is, we talked about that before we came on the air, that Thanksgiving is late this year, but, you know, the first Sunday, December 1st is on Thanksgiving Day weekend, and Christmas is going to be here before we know it. So since we're going to talk Christmas, we have, I guess you can say, our downtown Christmas gurus with us. Kathy Williams from Small Town Creations, Melanie Welch from The Bee. So welcome, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you.
So before we kind of dive into Christmas and Thanksgiving, you guys had a retail therapy on Saturday, September 28th downtown. Tell our listeners a little bit about that.
Yeah, we had a great turnout, just enjoying. Kathy actually came up with the Fall in Love with Lincoln theme, and we offer fall flavors and things to try. We give out a free item with purchase, and they were fall decor items that you could make a centerpiece in the end, and it was really great to see all the shoppers downtown, and we include a few off the square too, some of the new boutiques, thrift, and antique stores. So it was really a fun time.
That's neat. And then how many times a year do you guys think, I mean, going forward, you may have a retail therapy then, such as this highlight for downtown then?
We're offering 4 a year, and one is in the summer, one is in the fall, and then we have December 7th coming up. We have the Christmas one. It's the ugly sweater edition.
Oh, neat.
And so people, we hope they wear an ugly sweater, and, you know, different shops can offer different prizes and things, but this is where we really want to give back to customers, because we give a free gift with purchase, and it's wrapped, so it's a surprise.
Oh, neat.
And we have 18 participating businesses, small businesses, and a lot downtown. A lot's been happening. So that'll be Saturday, December 7th. And then we're going to offer in around before Valentine's, I believe it's the weekend before, we have a chocolate tour.
Oh.
So, yeah. So you go around, and the different shops will be offering you some sort of chocolate.
Some sort of a sweet treat.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. That is neat. So we've got a lot coming up, I guess you could say. First and foremost, I think it's great, you know, there's moving, you know, they're making progress on the courthouse, and some of the construction equipment is, you know, going away this year, and it's going to be neat seeing the Christmas trees all decorated. So before we get into that, are the trees all spoken for or not? Or if you want a tree, people kind of holding back? How do they go about getting a tree?
So we're doing 150 trees this year.
150?
Yeah.
Is that more than last year?
Yes.
Then? Wow.
It is. My husband always asks me, at what point are we putting a, because he puts all the T-posts into the ground and hammers them all down. And I just wanted this, when I started this 6 years ago, my goal was just to have the square completely surrounded. First year, and I didn't know how it would take off, and so we are now completely surrounded. We had a couple of years where we couldn't because of the construction, but it's worked out, and so now we're completely surrounded, and as long as it looks nice and full, I'll be happy with 150. So there are still trees available. We are actually opening it up to anybody, because last year's participants always get first choice, and so now we are opening it up today. Actually, we'll put something out on our Facebook page later on this afternoon or this morning. I don't know when we'll get it. Sometime today it'll get done, but then they can come in and pick up a form, or we'll have it on the Facebook page. They can print it off and then just bring it in. So we do have trees available.
Oh, wonderful.
So, yeah.
What do you guys do with the trees, afterwards, after you pick them up and everything?
So we have some people that ask to keep them. I think they live on ponds and they'll put them in ponds. It just varies. Last year we didn't have a lot of people that wanted to take them. I think we took probably a third of them were taken, and then we took them out to landfill. Mm-hmm. So we used to be able to deposit them all to a lake, and they got full. They said they didn't need any more, so which was fine.
Right.
So
because I've had some people say, hey, I want something, I want a tree,
Mm-hmm.
and afterwards,
Yeah.
and I said to contact you.
Definitely.
So,
then
anyway.
as long as it's undecorated, we everything comes down January 1. A couple years ago we did it on December 31st because we were supposed to get this huge ice storm on January 1, and I didn't want to be out there in it. I'm not going to lie. So we took them down the 31st, but usually it's the 1st. We work with the county, and they're very nice about letting us have that event on the square, and we try to make sure everything's cleaned up afterwards. So as long as the trees are taken down, they talk to me, and we can make sure they get some trees if they're wanting them.
So what's your words of wisdom if people, are veterans of getting a tree? They know how to decorate, because it's an art, I guess you can say, of actually keeping things on the tree in downtown Lincoln. So, because you were right, it is like a wind tunnel going around that square. So, what pointers can you give to the newbies who are like, yeah, I want to get a tree, but what do they need to know and be prepared for on how to decorate?
We have a few, I try to make the event very rule friendly. I want it to be fun. So, but we, no food. Obviously, we had somebody string popcorn one year and thought they were going to put popcorn. Nothing breakable, nothing valuable. And nothing that you would be afraid if it did blow off. With that being said, wire, zip ties, whatever. My mom, she does a tree, and she takes the bulbs and she hot glues the little metal pieces on the top of them, and then she zip ties everything on.
Because those trees do take a beating. If you
They do.
I mean, you go downtown and they
A lot of people think that downtown, we have these tall buildings and we don't get any wind. And in fact, I've talked to Walt Landers, and Lincoln's kind of like a little wind tunnel because it comes in and it just whips around there. So they get a beating. And every year we learn a little bit more. We put everything down a little bit deeper. We had Ameren come out last year before, I don't know, they're kind of all starting to look alike. Had them come down and mark out where all the stuff was, so we knew exactly where we could go down a little further with the stakes, And then when we put the trees up, we have a crew that comes in from Cresco that helps us. And last year we had all the trees. We had 135 trees last year, and we got them all up in 2 hours.
Wow.
So yeah, that was. They're getting to be professionals. I mean, they're really good. They know what they're doing. So, and they help save my marriage. I'm not gonna lie. My husband and I, we get out there, and the first year we did 40 trees. The next year we had 65, and we've just kind of grown from there. And So it's nice that we can have some help doing it, at least getting the trees up. And we buy 2-foot-long zip ties, and we zip tie the trees to the poles. And then I just kind of pray over them and say, please, God, just don't give me, 60-mile-an-hour winds, and don't give me rain. Rain is the worst.
I think it wasn't last year. I think it was the year before that we kind of had like a wet, heavy snow come, and some people went out there that I saw and said, hey, we're buying the big leaf garbage bags, and they went out there to kind of protect everything, and so it wasn't so heavy and weighted down.
We've had people saran wrap their trees out there. And
I've seen that.
It looks kind of funny, but it saves their ornaments. And, a lot of people, they put a lot of time and effort
They
into
do.
this.
I mean, some of those is a work of art.
Yeah, they're beautiful. We have a group that comes up from Kentucky on Thanksgiving, and they stand out there and they have mimosas because that was their mom's favorite drink. And they do the tree in memory of their mom, and they have mimosas on Thanksgiving morning, and then they have somebody take it down at the end of the event. So, it's a great event to see just the families getting together. I obviously see it firsthand because I'm right there, and I just love watching the kids and the variety. I mean, every tree is so different. So yeah, it's kind of fun.
It is.
And that's why we started it. It was just, people ask, well, where's the money go? Where's this? Our trees have gone up so much. In the last few years, and so we don't really pay, nobody's getting money for this. We got lucky when Big R closed because we bought all their T-post. So we have those on hand. We store those in our shed, so we load those up, take them to town, and put them up, and I don't want to raise the price if I don't have to. And so that pays for the trees, it pays for the signage, it pays for the electrical cords. The county has the things out there, the power on all the corners, so we run all the power, and it's just to spread Christmas cheer.
It is.
It's all it's about.
Really neat. It is. No, that's wonderful. And like I saw Doug Ruderbush's tree last year. A tribute to him. The family did, and that
was great.
Bud Light and Budweiser, and it was just So, folks, you can decorate the tree any way you want it. And I know here at the station, the guys and I have been talking about how we're going to do it. Jim doesn't help decorate, but he gives his thoughts. So
he walks by and admires.
Yeah, drives by.
Gets his picture taken in front of it. Yeah, I did this.
So moving forward, when do we decorate the tree? So if they do get a tree, when do we need to mark on the calendar to come downtown and actually start decorating?
So the trees can start being decorated on November 24th, Sunday the 24th. They need to be decorated by no later than to the 29th. We have our tree lighting ceremony at 5:30 on Friday night. And that kind of kicks off our downtown Christmas Express that night. So
Friday night, the 29th, is the lighting. So folks need
5:30.
Everything. Yeah.
Kickapoo Street will be closed off, the one block there, the 100 block, just for safety reasons. A lot of kids. We have 150 trees this year, and we figure, if you even figure 5 people per tree, that's a lot of people downtown. So we do ask the city that we block that street off just so kids running around, and just a little bit safer. And we have just a little 10-minute speech, because I hate doing that. So we have a little 10-15-minute speech, and then we count down. We have everybody count down, and we light the trees up.
It is neat. If you haven't seen it, folks, it is. It is really neat and fun. Does carriage rides start that night then, or not?
They do. So carriage rides will run, weather permitting, every Friday and Saturday night, starting on the 29th through the 21st. Friday nights, they're going to be from 5 to 8, except for the night of the tree lighting ceremony. With the street being blocked down, we do the carriage rides from 6 to 9 that night. But any other time, on Fridays it's 5 to 8, and Saturdays is 12 to 3. And they are free to the public. The company that we've worked for, this is their 4th year. I think 4th year, because this is our 4th year. And they figured out a way a couple years ago that's really nice, that you go and you say, I want to come back at 3 o'clock. And I want to ride then. And they'll put you down, and they've got a little time slot. That way you can, if it's cold, you don't have to stand in line. You can go shop, you can go get, a drink, ice cream, eat, whatever you want to do downtown, and then you can come back and you can get ready for your ride. So they've done really well with us with that.
And then coming up, I can't believe we're talking Christmas parade already. So when December 5th, I believe, is a Christmas
Parade is December 5th, and I believe it's at 6:30. Yeah. The theme this year is Songs of Christmas. So, and I talked to Alice yesterday, our director for the tourism. She said that they had about 35 entries. So there is still time to sign up and get a float in there. And sorry, my daughter's texting me wanting to know what the phone number is here. I'm like,
Oh, the phone number. Oh,
no, she don't need to call it.
She needs to call in. If you want to call in, we encourage you, 217-648-5510. And yes, please call in with any questions. She can call in, yes.
So anyway, so there is still time to get a hold of Alice. I know the link is out on the Logan County Tourism page to sign up for to get a float in or entry. It can be a truck, trailer, walkers. I mean, it can be anything like that. So anything, just songs of Christmas.
I think it's neat. I do. Well, we're going to take a commercial break, and when we get back, Melanie and Kathy will keep talking to us. There's more things coming up, folks. They've got a lot planned for downtown and for the holidays, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Are you sick and tired of the telephone calls, text messages, and ads in the mail for Medicare open enrollment? Medicare open enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th. Changes made during this time will go into effect January 1, 2025. Feel free to call me, local Medicare agent Dara Entwistle, and set an appointment to go over 2025 changes and plans. My office is in downtown Lincoln, or I can meet with you at your home if you like. Again, call me, Dara Entwistle, your local Medicare agent and your friend in health insurance, 217-651-8046.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
for Kathy and Melanie. Businesses downtown. Kathy owns Small Town Creations. The Yellow Doors, if you don't know where that's at, look for the Yellow Doors next to Guest House. And Melanie owns the Bee downtown. And in fact, Melanie, David, your husband, moved his business downtown as well. So
Yes.
Prairie Threads.
Prairie Threads. It's a men's store, and he and I both, handpick all the items in the stores. So his features some local T-shirts, like local with the courthouse and different fun tees. Did you? Yeah.
Jim's been shopping.
Yeah. And just kind of all men's things. He has some cigars. It's in the old Bushels Tavern, which I love to hear people's stories about their grandpas being in there playing cards and different things that over the years. So yeah, it was real exciting to get him downtown.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I was in there the other day for the first time since they've opened, and it was just breathtaking. I mean, it's the perfect storefront for that type of business. I mean, it just screams men. I mean, it's very nice. They've done it very tastefully, and it looks great.
The photos that you guys have shared on Facebook are amazing, and I haven't had a chance to go in. I am going to. But it looks wonderful, folks. It really, really does. And speaking of Facebook, real quick, if somebody is computer savvy and Facebook savvy, if you want to call, and where do you guys, what's some Facebook pages that people should go to for some highlights and, things to kind of keep up to date on? What do you guys want to highlight there on some pages there?
We have a page called Downtown Lincoln, Illinois, and you can see different shops, what's going on, and highlighting different events we have. I would also add that the Lincoln Tourism, Logan County Tourism page is a great one for different events and like the parade information and things like that too. So both of those are really great to show.
Neat. So we've got something new planned, I guess you guys do, for downtown Lincoln and for Christmas. It's called a scavenger hunt. So you want to kind of share and gear up, and what are you guys planning? If it's not quite finished yet, that's fine, but what's some teasers you want to throw out there to the
It's
the
never
public?
quite finished until it just happens.
It's a work in progress.
This year we decided to do something really to highlight our downtown, and it kind of came about just on a whim, and it was kind of just a fluke that it happened this way, but we are going to do a scavenger hunt. So we're going to get, everybody that's going to participate is going to hide something Christmas related, either in their windows, in their stores. And then they're going, like we have one, we have a nutcracker. There will be a large nutcracker hidden somewhere downtown, and we'll have a sheet that people can print off or get in the different stores, and you just have to walk around downtown and you have to look for it, and then you write where you found that. It's just something fun to really highlight our downtown. So people, so often we see people walking by and they're in their phones. And if they just, look around and see how beautiful our downtown is. Again, this year we started it last year. The city's going to have the lights around the tops of all of our businesses, so it kind of frames out our courthouse, and courthouse I'm sure will be lit up in red and green. And if you just walk around downtown and see the beauty and the history of these buildings, I'm very passionate about the history. I know obviously Melanie and David are as well, but it's just nice to see that, and unfortunately it's going to slip away on us if we don't keep that alive. So, anybody that remembers the old stories, they're just getting older, and we need to relish those. So we want to see people downtown looking for these, looking in the windows, looking in the
And
businesses.
things are not going to be eye level either.
Yeah, you have to look up sometimes.
You may have to look up. That's all I'm going to say, folks.
Yeah,
You have
look
to
up
look
and
up.
really see what downtown has to offer. So we're getting that sheet together again, work in progress. But we do have quite a few participants, and we're going to have some fun things downtown to look for. So, yeah.
Neat.
And it's free.
And it's free.
Yes.
It's free. I mean, all you have to do is just come into the businesses and get a sheet, or I think we're going to have it where we can print it off offline, online or something, whether, I don't know if tourism or what we'll do, but we'll put it on our downtown page. But just print it off and walk around and see us.
So what is Christmas Express? you want to kind of highlight Christmas Express and tell our folks what's that about. So
We've done that for how many years now?
It's our 6th year.
6 years. Was that your baby with tourism?
Actually, Lisa Drew and I started that. Lisa Drew and I started that 6 years ago, and it's, with new businesses, with new people, it has grown, and it's really a lot of fun. People look forward to it, and so yeah, it's you want to tell them?
Yeah, so you get a postcard. All the participating businesses have this postcard where you get stamped, if you haven't done it before, and go around to the different shops. You get a stamp with purchase, and then after you get 10, you turn it into any of the businesses, and then we do a drawing, and the drawing's going to be
December, it's the Tuesday, hang on, December 17th.
17th it is.
yeah.
So we'll
So
do a live video on our page, so.
yeah, so we go to tourism and do that and draw, and you get gift certificates, $25 gift certificates to all the businesses.
Every
So
participating business donates a $25 gift card.
That is
and we
neat.
give it.
That's neat.
And it was locally won last year. It's really fun to who's going to win? You
Yeah.
know, all these gift
And you see
certificates.
people walking
for
around
Christmas.
with their card and all the different stores. So
Yeah.
I've seen them. So yeah.
So you have lots of days to complete it too. So, yeah. And then the Christmas Express, we, with those sponsors and everything, we help pay for the carriage rides. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Carriage rides come, and that, like I said, those are free. Those are kind of our gift to the community, and so people come down, and we have a lot of people that come down multiple times. So
I see a line from time to time down there, to get on the carriage rides. So
and you can, for that, the carriage rides will start there at the arcade, and then they do a lap around the courthouse, and then they come back. And so if you're interested, they'll be set up right there in front of the arcade.
now I know you guys, you want to kind of tell our folks, what are you thinking about, not revitalizing, but we do have some some buildings that the storefronts there's nothing in. Are you thinking about possibly decorating those? You want to share anything of your thoughts on that, or if you need help with that, if you are thinking about doing that, how are you trying to draw in other businesses and highlighting them as well?
Yeah, well, we have several retailers that we considered it off the square. In one of our downtown meetings, somebody came up with the idea, could we decorate some of these vacant spaces? So we have 2 that are empty. One is next to us and in between our stores, and then the other one is on Broadway that used to be the old Mission Mart. So anyway, we decided to have businesses that were off the square help us decorate these window displays. And this last meeting, somebody thought, well, wouldn't it be cool if it was like a Macy's window, where there's moving parts like trains or
Something,
yeah. And so, I've reached out, of course, businesses, Pod Belsix are, have the big trees and furniture that they can feature. And another one was the Rose and Thorn, and she used to do window displays for Bath and Body, so she's a really great resource. She does layouts and everything, so we hope to really impress there's a lot of businesses that are just a little off the square that
Even just a block. We have the new bookstore, Ink and Imprint. She's going to do something really, really great in the window. So, she's going to be hopefully opening here soon, and she's not on the actual square. She's just a half a block off, but we want to really, help
it's still
her out.
downtown.
Exactly.
Just because it's not
Right.
in the square
Right.
itself.
Renews, we consider Renew part of downtown. They're, a block and a half behind us. So we want people to realize that our downtown is just more than, it's just not the square. So we have about a 3-block radius that we'll go, so.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and then there's a couple boutiques that are a little off, Luxaturna and Little Barn, they're going to add some things as well. So we hope to really make it special.
And folks need to realize it's a small town. I mean, small businesses giving back, and just because you're not on the square, you are still part of the community, basically, so.
And it might be able to help people from out of town too, showcase that we have these and where to go.
Right.
So we're trying to help in that way.
That is neat. Anything else you guys want to highlight for our listeners that I may have overlooked or anything or not?
We are talking about staying open a little bit later, a couple nights. Some of the stores, we know Thursday was one, Friday will be open on Sundays as well, so expanded hours for downtown.
When are you guys talking about starting that? Possibly sometime in November then, or closer to Christmas? So
we are the beginning of November. Prairie Threads is always open on Sundays, which is kind of fun, but we'd like to bring some life a little bit into the evening, and people will be looking at the trees and all the other things, so give people shopping options for the season.
Right. Awesome.
One other thing we're going to be doing, there's men and women business owners downtown, but a lot of us are women owners, and we always look at, what our husbands get us, and stuff. So we're going to try to help the men out this year. We're going to help y'all out. So
there's help, for Jim and Lloyd.
There is. We're going to make it easy for you guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to, I'm going to have a sheet made up, and it's going to have all the downtown businesses, and then your wives, significant others can take that sheet, go around, and make a wish list. At the bottom of that, there will also be services, because there is always those lovely men that like to wait last minute and just do gift cards. So, we'll have what's your favorite place to get a pedicure? What's your favorite place to get a facial? And so then they can write. So the women will fill it all out. They give it to their husbands, and then you can bring that downtown, and the men can just shop and get them exactly what they want. So we're going to have that available too.
So almost foolproof for them. They really can't
100%.
mess this up.
and some stores may offer gift wrap too. I know one. Me, at least.
Small town does offer gift wrapping.
So we're going to help the guys out and gift wrap it for them too. So, but we'll be getting those sheets out, because we're going to do that, and we said we're going to start passing those out, and ladies can do a girls' weekend or a girls' afternoon or something, and they can come out and fill out their sheets, give them to their husbands, and then,
Neat.
yeah. So we thought that was kind of fun.
Well, on that note, Lloyd, do you have any questions then?
Not really question, but just I really like the idea of having some evening hours, because I know, like a lot of people, like myself, just going from my own experience, a lot of times I'm busy during the day, and then just downtown driving around looking at the trees or something. It would be nice to see some businesses open to, if you need to run in and get something. Or sometimes the evening is really the best time for me to go shopping. So if those are...
We have a lot of people from out of town too. That work out of town. They're like, we don't get back in town till 5 and it's closed. So I think that's going to be pretty much store dependent, what each store will want to do. But I know we're planning on staying open a couple nights to help out, just to, I don't know, I know we talked about some stores are going to do some open houses and stuff. I'm going to be putting up a tree that weekend, so 150 trees.
150 trees.
So I won't be having an open house, but we kick off our Christmas Express. So we'll work on that.
That is wonderful. Well, folks, again, if you there's still Christmas trees available. If you do want a tree to decorate around the square, contact Kathy at Small Town Creations, or the information's going live today sometime, obviously.
The information will be out there on the Lincoln, Illinois Winter Wonderland page.
Okay, and I'm sure we'll share it to some other Facebook pages and that for you to find. And if you got questions, you can feel free to call the station here. Jim will direct you to as to what you need to do. Since Jim doesn't decorate the tree, folks, please, feel free to call the station. He'll help you out. But anyway, it's a lot of fun. If you haven't come downtown, for Christmas time here lately, the past few years, you don't know what you're missing, because it does. It feels magical down there. It really does, because the music's playing. You get to walk around, and see carriage rides and the trees and the shops, and it's a lot of fun.
Our goal is always to turn downtown into a Hallmark movie. So.
You guys are getting there. You really are. It does. It truly feels like that. So, yes.
Look at Lincoln Grove.
Yep. Well, folks, that does us for our time here on Viewpoint. Again, thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you, listeners, for listening. The Lord and weather willing, we'll be back again next week.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.